Money FM 89.3. Best of Friday Night Live. Friday night at the movies.
I'm going to kick this off with a record-breaking bit of news. So this week, Japanese anime movie Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, I probably said that wrong.
Very good, Neil.
Thank you. Has surpassed its predecessor's record that you mentioned before, the Infinity Castle. Now, it is already toppling previous Demon Slayer records, the Mugen Train that you mentioned before.
Yep.
They're predicting it to smash records, not only in Japan, not only in Asia, but possibly across the world. So I'm going to kick this off with Dan.
Yeah.
I know you're excited about this.
I am,
I'm
yeah.
a bit clueless.
Yep.
Set us up. What is Demon Slayer first?
Oh my goodness, this is so insane. I'm so excited for this one because they kept the series on hold for the past couple of months after the recent, I believe, season was finished either sometime late last year or so. So I've been waiting a lot for this one. Now, basically, Demon Slayer, it's a franchise that began, or at least the series for the anime began back in 2016 with a popular manga series published in the Weekly Shonen Jump magazine. And it's set in the early 20th century Japan, where the story follows a young boy who fights demons that killed his family and turned his beloved sister into a demon herself. So the manga has already been a hit, selling over 100 million copies worldwide. And of course, you know, the secret to the phenomenon of this story has got to be not exactly the reason that a lot of people would think for animes, right? I mean, the main theme usually when you think of animes would be family, love, friendship, and overcoming all odds, you know, basically the staples of that of the shonen manga genre, right? But Demon Slayer, they kind of depart from the traditional approach in some significant ways. It has supporting characters that has more depth than usual. The protagonist isn't exactly the only one with a complex backstory and unique, distinguishable personality. Fans say that they've got characters that they could empathize and support.
Yeah.
And the series has also drawn praise for its portrayal of female characters. They fight alongside the protagonist rather than serve as props to be protected at times. So this has also helped them to, you know, attract more, you know, from the lady crowd than other popular series. And it's not simply about the battle of good versus evil. After all, the demons are known as the antagonist, right?
Yeah.
But they aren't exactly evil. I mean, it all started because, you know, they were trying to fulfill the role of a villain in a narrative structure, but they were once humans who succumbed to their most base emotions, which is like all of us. We all have like our inner demons. And the implication is that we all have emotions inside that can actually make us demonic as well. So if you think about it as a whole, the show is actually quite deep. It makes you think about life in general. And I think that resonates with a lot of the crowd.
Well, I knew it was big. Obviously, I did some reading about it. I mean, it's huge in Singapore.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that Glenn's son is a big fan of it, Max. I mean,
Oh, yes.
my nephew Pacey, when he was here, he was studying film at LaSalle. Anime is huge over there.
Big.
They do anime film courses and so on. So I knew it was big, but then I did some reading. It's staggering. The market size of anime is projected to reach 60 billion by 2030. That's a 10%
right.
growth rate. Okay, that's just numbers. What does it mean?
Yep.
Streaming platforms like Netflix, Hulu, they're making anime more accessible than ever. They're offering dubbed versions in different languages because they're seeing the take-up of these films.
It's ridiculous.
It's staggering. Obviously, you think younger generations, yes, Gen Alpha, Gen Z, they're pushing the popularity of it. But it goes beyond popularity, right?
Yeah.
There was a recent survey that showed that Gen Z prefer anime to BTS, to Hollywood, to Blackpink, to Beyonce, right? It's bigger than anything. There was a recent popularity poll in the US, by the way, not in Japan, not in Korea, in the US, and they said that it was bigger than every sport except for FIFA, UEFA, European football, and NBA.
That is
so
insane.
In other words, young kids, Gen Z, in the US, anime is more popular than American football.
That is crazy.
Than baseball.
Wow.
With American teenagers.
Whew, there you have it.
So that's the staggering fact.
Yeah.
And another thing, more than half of Netflix's global audience, not Asian, global audience, watched anime in 2021.
Of course,
It's outpacing Spanish language programs in the US on Netflix. Now, just think about that.
There you have it.
Japanese anime is bigger than Spanish programs.
Yeah.
Huge Hispanic population
Yeah.
in the US.
Yep.
Japanese anime is bigger.
Yep.
They're saying that in the next 5 or 6 years,
It's gonna grow
gonna
exponentially.
compete with Hollywood
Yeah.
in terms of box office, global reach, streaming platforms. Japanese anime is going to compete with Hollywood. So my question to you and our listeners, get involved. WhatsApp 88550893.
Yeah.
Simple question for you, Dan.
Yep.
Why? What is it
Why?
about anime that makes it so special?
Great that you asked, because I did some research and I've come to the conclusion that there are 3 main points that resonates with me as to why people are starting to move towards anime. So, Japanese anime movies are popular globally due to their exploration of complex universal themes like morality and human experiences. They appeal to a broad audience beyond just children, because if you look at just how animated films are made in Hollywood, they're normally catered to kids. I mean, when was the last time you remember watching an animated film that catered to the adults?
Yeah, true.
Right? So the cultural depth, incorporating Japanese history and folklore, they provide quite a unique look into the Japanese culture without actually needing to go through for lack of better words, the really, really long-winded and boring stuff, right? So it really helps you to give a different perspective of culture across the world. So there are 3 reasons why I think they may very well overtake Hollywood in future. Number 1, broad audience appeal.
Yep.
Unlike traditional Western animation, which I've mentioned earlier, anime movies frequently tackle mature, universal themes such as life and death, war, love, and personal growth that resonates with adults.
I mean,
right?
Pixar does that, but
do.
their popularity has waned a little
Yeah.
bit in recent years.
Yeah. And you've got like Toy Story and all that, right? But those are just, I feel, building on the nostalgia that we grew up with. And that's the reason why kids can still or at least adults can still resonate with that. But the moment, that dies down, what's next then? So the second point is emotional nuance. Anime excels at presenting nuanced portrayals of complex human experience and emotions. The way they do their animations, it helps you feel in a certain way that's unexplainable, that can't possibly be put to words, right? So they delve into like moral struggles and the intricacies of relationships, and as well as the deep emotional connection with the viewers. They put you in the same spot. And finally, this has got to be the winner, the high quality animation.
Yeah.
I think we've come so far. We got to give our thanks to technology, right? We've come so far from, the past 20 years. If you look at how animation just evolved over time, it's fascinating. And if you actually watch Demon Slayer and the series, right? If you watch it on Netflix, it's crazy. It's phenomenal. I think there was a news report that stated, I think the animators spent close to $1 million on a single episode, Neil.
Wow.
A single episode, a 20 minutes episode. They spent $1 million just to produce that masterpiece. So yes, the storytelling and visual appeal, that has to be the cream of the crop for me, I suppose.
Right, final question for you and our listeners. I'd like to know from our listeners. WhatsApp 88550893.
Yes.
So someone like myself,
Yep.
I'm coming to anime fairly late, I have to say.
Very late, okay?
Give me one movie that sums up the best of anime, a classic anime movie.
Just one? Okay, I'll give you two.
Okay.
All right, the first one. It is called Your Name. It's a film back in 2016, and it's basically a movie about a body swap romance. We've got lots of that, right, in Hollywood. So it's between a rural and urban teenager that became a global phenomenon. So in fact, it held the title of the highest grossing anime film worldwide for a number of years.
Wow.
So that's not so much about, powers and just this unrealistic monstrosity, right? So if you could give it a try this weekend, Your Name. All right, give it a try. It combines amazing visuals, it manipulates time, and the music. Oh my goodness. Many of them speak great things of the music that they've chosen for this movie. Now, the last one, this is a classic, and a lot of people can resonate with me for this one. 2001. You heard of Hayao Miyazaki?
Of course, I saw the exhibition with my nephew, Pacey, in Singapore. It was at MBS.
Yes, MBS, the Art Science Museum.
Yeah.
Spirited Away.
Oh, that I have seen.
You've seen that?
So I have seen it.
You
Yeah,
like
I have
that?
seen- yeah, it's a classic movie.
Oh my goodness.
It's a
That is-
fantastic movie.
Oh, fantastic. For those of you who don't know, the story is about the adventures of a young 10-year-old girl named Chihiro. She wanders into the world of gods and spirits, was forced to work at a bathhouse after her parents were turned into pigs and by the evil witch. So it won multiple international awards, including the Golden Bear Award. Also, the first, I think, non-English film to win the Best Animated Feature, and the first anime film to win an Academy Award, the only winner of the award to win among 5 nominees. So, yes, I think if you haven't already watched Spirited Away, that's a good starting point. I feel like it's not too much for you right away. It makes you really think about life and the family members. So, yeah, this weekend, if you're free, Spirited Away, 2001 film by Hayao Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli.
Great
Watch
choice. Great choice. So my sister listening in England makes a very good point. She says anime, she liked your segment. She says anime is also very popular with autistic individuals because it often features exaggerated emotions and expressions which can help people with autism better understand and interpret non-verbal communication.
Yep.
So big thumbs up from me on that one.
Oh,
Spirited
100%.
Away.
Yes.
Great movie. Great movie. So when are you going to watch Demon Slayer?
Oh, Neil, I'm so excited. But honestly, you're right. I am saving it for the best. So I'm hoping to save enough money to watch it in IMAX because I really, really need this to be good. Apparently, there are 3-part series to this movie.
What do you mean save up to go on IMAX? Don't play the man of the
expensive
people.
to
Just
sit
because you said you never take the MRT. Don't try and redeem yourself, Dan Cole.
Neil,
I know exactly what you're doing.
One with the people.
One with the people. When are you going to the Sepang racetrack again? $1,000 a session on the motorbike? Man of the people.
And that, folks, was Friday Night at the Movies.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.